Hi everyone, for this week's Chapter 2 mini lecture, I decided to pick the second learning objective that states, describe the differences among simple, choice, and discrimination reaction situations. So let's briefly start off by discussing what a reaction time is. So a reaction time is basically an action that is tied to a stimuli. So for instance, here's a picture of, a soccer player. And some soccer players can kick the ball as fast as 70 miles per hour. So the goalie has to have a pretty fast reaction time for him to keep it out of the net. So how quickly did that goalie initiate a required movement in order to keep the ball from scoring a goal? Probably a pretty fast reaction time. Since the reaction time is better, the time that they took to catch the ball is lower. So if that goalie is catching that ball right when it hits his hand, that's a pretty fast reaction time for the initiation of that first movement. And now we're going to start off by talking about the three different reaction times, which are simple, choice, and discrimination. So starting off with simple reaction time, this is the time it takes for a person to respond to a stimulus and the initial movement that the person makes. For example, if we're playing a piano game, such as this picture on our phone, how long does it take for our index finger to respond to that stimulus and make that initial movement to touch the screen? Next, we're going to talk about choice response time, which basically consists of multiple stimuli, but each stimulus requires a different response. For example, here's a traffic light. Red obviously means stop, a green light means go, and a yellow light means slow down or speed up. But for this instance, we're going to talk about, wait. So a different color, in other words, a stimuli means a different response. Another example of choice response could be the game Bop It. I think this is a pretty good example of choice response time, or reaction time, sorry. Just because if it says bop it, you're pressing down on the button. If it says twist it, you're twisting the nozzle. If it says pull it, you're pulling the nozzle. So there are designated responses based on that stimuli. Lastly, we have discrimination reaction time, which is a little bit more tricky, but this reaction time is basically includes a lineup of stimuli you have in order to find the correct stimuli. For example, let's say there are 5 light bulbs in front of you and only one response button. So when the target light goes on, you must press the button, but not if the other lights come on, because it has one correct stimuli. I have for you guys, so thank you for listening if you watched it.